Hello everyone, welcome back with me Nafita Meo. Today I invite you to pause for a moment and consider a powerful truth that one voice, even a single voice, can change the direction of the world. Throughout history, the greatest revolutions and the wildest movements and the most inspiring transformation have never begun with a crowd. They began with one person who refused to remain silent. One person who dared to speak when silence was safer. One person who chose courage over comfort. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream reshaped the moral landscape of America. Think of Malala Yousafzai, who stood up for girls' education when others chose to look away. Think of Nelson Mandela, who used his voice even from a prison cell. None of them waited for permission. None of them waited for the perfect moment. They simply believed that their voice, no matter how small, no matter how loud, mattered. But the question today is not about them. The real question is about us, about you. Do we still believe that our voice carry power? In a world filled with billions of opinions, endless posts, and constant noise, do we believe that our words can still create change? Some may say, I'm just one person. Others say, what difference can I make? But let me tell you this. Every moment that shaped history began with a person who once thought the same way. My friends, the greatest danger we face today is not the absence of power, but the belief that we have none. We live in a world that desperately needs voice of courage, compassion, and clarity. A world that needs young people, people like you, to speak against injustice, to defend the truth, to deprive the powerless, and to dream boldly for the future. You too often keep us quiet. Fear of judgment, fear of mistakes, fear of being different. But remember, silence has never built a better world. Silence has only protected the status quo. And the status quo is not where change lives. Your face does not have to be loud to be powerful. Your voice does not need to be perfect, be meaningful. What it needs is purpose. Purpose guides the words we speak. Purpose shapes the actions we take. Purpose transforms hesitation into determinations. You may speak for equality. You may speak for justice. You may speak the environment, for education, for humanity, or even for a friend who cannot speak for themselves. Whatever your purpose is, let it be born from convictions. Let it rise from your values. Let it echo the vision of the world you dream to see. And yes, you will face challenges. Yes, people may doubt you. Yes, your voice may tremble. But let it tremble, because the world does not need perfect voice. It needs honest ones. Imagine if Imagine a world where every young person believes that their voice matters. Imagine a classroom filled with ideas instead of fear. Imagine communities shaped by courage instead of silence. Imagine a generation that rises not because someone told them to, but because they believe the cult. The world is possible. That generation is possible, and it begins with you. So today I leave you with this challenge. When you see injustice, speak. When you witness kindness, speak. When you discover truth, speak. When you hold a dream, speak. Because someone somewhere needs your courage. Someone needs your example. Someone needs your voice to remind them that they too matter. And when your voice joins with the voice of others, when one becomes many, that is when movements are born, when society is transformed, and when history is rewritten. So let us no longer underestimate the power within us. Let us rise with conviction. Let us speak with purpose. Let us lead with courage. For the world does not change by accident. It changes when one voice decides that silence is no longer an option. It changes when one voice decides that silence is no longer an option. Thank you.